What's going on, guys? In this video I'm doing a review on the Lowrance Hook2 5 HDI. This is the one with the down imaging. I go through a review where I go through all the functions and the menu options and stuff like that. But when I filmed it, I actually filmed the installation of the fish finder, and then after I installed it is when I actually recorded doing all of the review and going through all the functions and the menus and you know what this thing actually has to offer. But the way I'm putting in the video is going to be a little bit backwards. I'm doing the reviewing everything first, and then after that it'll be the installation of it. And it's just because I know most of you guys would rather see the functions, how to go through the functions and what they do, versus how I installed it on my boat. So without further ado, here comes the video.
Catch 'em all.
Take you off of there real quick. All right. So we got charts, sonar, down scan, and then this is chart and chirp or sonar. This is chart and chirp and sonar. It came with these three settings, and I added these last night. I tested this out on my regular marine battery. So let's see. Go to chart. Shows the maps. This is Doctor's Lake right here. Now you guys are familiar with Doctor's Lake that are from Jacksonville. I'll zoom in there. Shows you the contours, some contours. I mean, these are basic Navionics. Actually, this isn't even the Navionics chart. This is the Lowrance Sea map. And get over here to the river. I'll zoom in. You can see you got 6 foot here, 12 foot there. It's probably closer to 3 foot in here. So from here to here is 6 foot, then it goes to 12 foot. When I upgrade the charts, though, there'll be so many contour lines versus what this is offering. Let's see, where am I at? We'll go to zoom out. That's where we are, right there. You can hit this button right here and it'll take you straight to your cursor. So when I'm on the water, that cursor will be here, you know, while I'm driving. It'll tell me which way I'm going. This is your pages button. Goes back to there. You can get to your settings from here, or you can go to menu. Actually, no. The power button will take you to settings there. Also, you can do your overlays, edit overlays, you know, standby brightness, night mode. I don't know. I guess that makes it look better at night, or easier to see, or less blinding. Let's see, let's get out of this. We'll go to our, let's do our down scan. Well, it's just going to show black right now, but if I go to settings and then go to simulator, we'll do simulator on, starting demo. Hold on, I really don't want to keep holding this though. Straighten that out. Set that there. Go down where it will. All right. We'll just leave that unlocked. And then we'll push this one down. Yeah, you can kind of see it. I just didn't want to keep holding it. Put this up one more. There. That's better. Okay, so here's a simulator. This looks like a bunch of bait fish here. That's a fish there. And you got your ground contours. These, oh, I need to get it out of this demo mode. Yeah, that's the down scan imaging. This is what I want to see on my maps right here, all the contour lines with all the depths and all the holes and all of that stuff. But I have to upgrade my card. There is a slot over here for SD cards or Navionics cards, which are basically just on an SD card. There's the keys. This looks like offshore demo. Let's get out of this. What is it doing? Is this on demo? Let's demo. No. Let's get out of that. Hey, somebody just shot a bunch of gunfire there. We'll go to sonar. Okay. Now, right now it's in auto mode. Let's go to more options. Let's change the palette. Got the blue palette, which a lot of people like the blue over the white, and a lot of people like the white over the blue. Either which way, you can see all the fish down here. You can see the ground contour. And then you got this is just another white, really. You got black and white. You guys are getting a bad glare, ain't you? About there. Right there. Okay. Then this would be black background, white foreground. I mean, this one's nice, but I like the green one for some reason. I really like the green one. Don't have to go through them all. Well, the brown one, I do like the brown one too. But when you go down here, you get the white with the brown bottom. I really like that. And then there's the blue with the brown bottom. I really like that. Now another thing you could do, I'm gonna put it on the green. Let's see. This is my favorite one. Absolutely favorite one. It just seems so clear. You can see everything so clear. This is a school of bait fish right here. And this is just on simulator, but this is a school of fish right on a drop off. So if you wanted to fish from shallow to deep, or from deep to shallow, you would dock off over here, throw you a deep diving like 30-40 foot crankbait right down there and bounce it right up the top of that, man, and I guarantee you're gonna be slamming some hogs. So another thing you could do though, let's back out of this, go to well, you could turn the fish ID on, symbol, and it shows you that that's all fish. I guess it's like, a feature for dummies. This down here also looks like an arch, but you see it's not showing up as a fish. That's probably some like a rock or something down there. Now it's starting to go shallower, so this thing's gonna start jumping up and up. You can also show the depth at which each fish is. That just looks a little like too much clutter to me. Turn that off. Actually, and let's back out of that and go to overlay down scan. So you could do split screen down scan where you have sonar, chirp sonar at the top, down scan imaging at the bottom, or you can have the split in the middle, you know, chirp on the left, down scan on the right, or you can overlay it. And this is what it looks like when you overlay, and I think this is, I had no idea it did this until last night. So I'm overlaying my brown down scan with the green, and you could see, like if a tree were to pop up, see that this little group of stuff right here, this is all bait fish, and it's even showing you with the fish ID. That's a school of bait fish right there. That looks like that could be a school of bait fish, or a school of bass. You know, within the cone distance that the transducer's putting out. So this is basically giving you the chirp sonar and the down scan of the bottom structure. Now, it's not showing any trees in this, but you can see right here, this is like a big school of bait fish. Anyway, that's what I like there. Let's see if you guys can see that. Yeah, you guys can see that. I'll take that off. It is in auto mode right now, but I could turn auto mode off. Amplitude scope, it basically will tell you, you know, you're between 5 and 20 feet is where your fish are going to be, or right now 5 and 25 feet. That looks like a little too much clutter to me, though. I don't like that on there. Take that off. Yeah, this is how I think I'm going to have it set up, except for, let's see, probably, now you can also, before I get to that, you could set it up to beep every time a fish pops up on the screen. Of course, on this simulator, it's going to be going crazy. I think that would just drive me nuts. I mean, if I want to see if there's fish, I guess I could just look. So let's back out of that. Back out of that. What's I doing here? Down scan. Down scan options. Now you can change the down scan options. You can overlay it, like right now it's overlaid at 90%, but that's the default. You could change it where it's showing more of the chirp and less of the down scan structure ID. Where you can do 100% overlay, where it shows you, it still gives you the arches of the chirp. Let it get into some deeper water here. It still gives you the arches of the chirp, but it'll give you, I'm at 100, I'm at 100%. 100% detail of trees, brush piles, rocks, stones, boats, cars. Like, I mean, Scott Martin put out a video where he found like a bunch of cars that were running to a canal down in Miami, and when he showed it on his down imaging, I mean, you could tell exactly what it was. It was a car, the two cars and a truck, and it showed up on this thing plain as day. Of course, he has, you know, more expensive unit. This is a budget unit, but for the price, you can't beat this one. I'll put this back down to 90, where it's at default, and we'll check that. Back that out. You could change the palette of the down imaging as well. I do like this one, which is what it's on. I wonder would it be green over green. I mean, yeah, that's kind of cool, I guess. Then there's the oh, that's just a little too much right there. The blue, though, is popular. A lot of people use the blue. I got this set up where it will tell me my miles per hour, the depth that I'm at. I think I have my time and date set up over here, and you can move these around. You can put them anywhere you want on the screen, really. I think I might have those actually a little too close. But if we take this completely out, that's what it'll look like when you're fishing. You see a school of bait fish. I mean, I don't know, is there going to be fish around? Probably, most likely. Anyway, we're taking it out tomorrow and testing it out around the Shands Bridge. Over there, Trout Creek, 9 Mile Creek area. And the west side of the St. Johns River, the Green Cove Spring side, that's where we'll be tomorrow. I don't know, we might just play with it, we might do some fishing. If we find fish, we're definitely fishing. So let's back out of this. We're gonna get out of simulation mode. Settings, simulator. Oh, it's sitting on coastal too right now, so I mean, if we put it on standard, it would show you, well, I guess it's going to show you the same thing. The demo was on coastal, not the simulator. Anyway, let's turn this off. Off, leave that on standard, stopping demo. Accept, and this one would be triple shot. I would have let's see, this would be my chirp sonar here. It's black because my transducer is not hooked up, and this would be my down scan, and then of course my Navionics chart, so I could see where I'm going. I'm not on the water right now though, I'm actually right there. That's my house. It doesn't show you much detail because, like I said, this is just basic maps. And right now it's spinning because, let's click that. You can set new waypoint, man overboard waypoints. You can find wrecks, like let's see. Hold on, let me get this pointing north so it's not spinning around like that. Orientation north up. Alright, so you can set a new route. Put your cursor to cursor, tell you the fastest way to get there. You go to find, click on that, chart items or coordinates. You know, you can find you if you got, I don't know why, I mean, unless somebody just gave you coordinates, I don't know why you would need that. Because when you set a waypoint, you don't have to punch in the coordinates to that waypoint. That waypoint is set with those coordinates. And you just type in the name, like North Shands Bridge Pillar or something. But chart items, go to chart items. Let's see. You have Amity, Anchorage, Marina. I guess this is all stuff. Obstructions that you could fish. Fishing ground. Offshore platforms. And this is all just nautical chart based offshore platforms. Areas and limits, fishing grounds, more obstructions. Let's see if we can find wrecks. Pile. 2 point, it tells you how many miles away it is. Your Navionics lights out there, whatever they're called. Let's see. It's gotta be a wreck. Here we go. Here's a wreck. Hit enter. Tells you what it is. We'll say go to or show. Or we can make a new waypoint to that wreck. If it's a wreck that we've caught fish on, we'll go show. Let's Let's go over here to the chart real quick. I don't know. Still got to play with it. I mean, let's see if we can find a wreck here, because I know it looks like a little football on the screen. Let me zoom out. See, all of these right here, you can pan over this with the cursor and wait, and it'll say that's fishing ground. You pan. You can change the speed of how this thing scrolls too. I haven't messed with it. It's set to default right now, but you ain't even gotta be completely on it. Just touch it. It's I guess mile marker 20. I don't know. What's this? It's the same thing. Now all of these little funky things right here are the obstructions that are in the water. That you can fish. That's a boat ramp there. Let's see, find a wreck. I know there's one up here somewhere. That's a wreck. So whether it's a sunken John boat or a sunken yacht or a pirate ship, there is a wreck right there. Oh, something flying on me. And it says wreck. You zoom in, you can set you a course right to that wreck, and it'll, you know, right to the exact coordinates. Once you get to those coordinates, go about 3 feet, throw you a marker buoy, turn around and cast to the marker buoy and fish the wreck back towards you. One thing you don't want to do is throw your marker buoy and then get behind it and then fish beside it, because if you catch a fish, that fish can get caught up in that marker buoy. But if you go, you know, 3 feet past your 3 feet past your waypoint, and toss your marker buoy out in front of you and over to the right a little bit, let that stay right there, drop right there, you can turn your boat around, face the marker buoy, and stay about a casting distance away from it. Cast to the marker buoy, let it drop down to whatever depth that wreck or whatever it is you're trying to fish at that waypoint, whether it be a brush pile or whatnot. And that way, if you catch a fish, you'll be fighting it away from that marker buoy instead of getting all tangled up, you know, and caught up in it. Anyway, I think that's about it of the demos here. I guess we can go through the menu options, settings. You got navigation. You can set your limits, your trails. These are different trails that you may have taken, I think, or you can set trails and routes, waypoints. Here's routes, waypoints. You can do a new waypoint, delete, find a waypoint, auto distance. A lot of this stuff is all Greek to me. That's why it's set in auto mode. This is one of those plug and plays. It comes in auto. You can set it in auto mode or set it back to default, and they've already had it set up for you. You know, they have it set up so that you don't have to mess with it, but I can't help it. I have to mess with mine. Okay, let's charts. These are the two charts that I have. CMAP, which is the Lowrance card. It's automatically installed on the hard drive on this thing. And then Navionics card, which you know, I've heard people that rather use their Navionics cards, or some people rather use their CMAP cards. I did watch a video today actually about a guy was using a Navionics card for like 4 years on a lake, and he's got all his waypoints set, and the Navionics card shows the contours, and his friend gave him a Lowrance CMAP card to put into his fish finder, and he put it in, looked at the same spot, same waypoints, but like 100 times more contours, and all of his waypoints were actually set on these like holes and drop-offs and stuff that he knew was there, but his Navionics card didn't show it. So he's now starting to use the CMAP cards. So we're gonna look at this. I don't like the Navionics pre-programmed Navionics thing on here. But we'll click on it and let's go to that. We'll zoom out. This is what it looks like. There's no contour lines. The land is like all square and stuff, but I'm also inland. I'm on the St. Johns River here. This Navionics card is not an inland card. It's actually an offshore card. So if we zoom out, way out, and we go over to the ocean, you see there's contour lines and there's depths and stuff, and that's what this card is actually for. It's not an inland inshore card, it's an offshore card. But you can zoom all the way out in this thing and go all the way around the world. Just keep going and going across the Atlantic. There's Africa. It's the Mediterranean Sea. It's Israel. Go over here to where I was born. Oh. Where's she at? No. There you are, Philippines. Now, just to clarify, the Philippines does not look like that at all. Like I said, this is an offshore card, and the Navionics, the basic, I guess, Navionics card, and I don't like it. So we'll go back in here to settings, go to charts, change this back to my inland base map, and that is what the Philippines really looks like. Look at those contours and the depths. That is what the Philippines really looks like. And yeah, so let's take this back to Florida. That's where I'm from, if y'all didn't know. I still want to get a different card. Oops, not too far. It's about 150 bucks, but the detail you'll get out of it. Well, actually, you know what? All I have to do is hit this button right here, and it'll take me to where I'm at. Maybe, maybe not. Yeah, I guess it did. I just got to zoom in. Okay. And there I am, back to where we fish. I think that's all the menus I can really show you. I can add a page here. I can set up a page where it has, you know, like chart and chirp, but split this way instead. Or I could set it up with just chirp and down scan, or chart and down scan. But I think this simplifies it for me. I mean, I got my charts, I got my sonar, I got my down scan, I got my chirp and my my CMAP chart for whenever I'm traveling, and this one gives me all three. I think that's how I'll keep that there. All right, so I just gotta run. I'm going to turn this off. You can set up wallpapers and stuff like that on there too. I haven't got around to doing all of that yet, but we're gonna finish installing the transducer and maybe even take it out on the water out here and test it out. All right, another thing I wanted to show you guys was, hang on, let me get out of that. So let's just say we're right here on the St. Johns River. This is in between Green Cove and Fruit Cove, or Switzerland, Florida. And I wanted to know what the tides were. I would go to the Pages menu, go up here to Info. Whoops. Go to Info. Now it's pulling up the tides. Now this is saying right now it's about 5:30 p.m. and it's super low tides. Sunset right there would be 6:16. You know, you can whoops, I went to trips. Go back to tides. Yeah, you can go back. I don't know, is this days? Let me see where I'm at here. Up. So this would be today. And this would have been this morning. And you can set your trips, distance to trip. And then this is the cool feature right here. The sun and the moon phases for the day. Let me get up there. Maybe, there it is. It's saying sunrise at 7:06, sets at 6:16 today. Here it's telling you it's 2:16, and then you have an 88% waxing moon. But didn't rise until 3 o'clock, so it's in the sky now. I haven't seen it. I got a lot of trees around me. You can go to tomorrow, I believe. Just click the date, and then you can go on the calendar. Like we're going out in the water tomorrow. We'll check that out. The moon's gonna rise at 4:15. It's 94% waxing. As far as I know, and I'm no expert, that's good for fishing. Maybe better if it was rising in the morning and we were gonna be out there in the morning. But yeah, I thought that was a cool feature I wanted to show you guys. I got about 2 minutes left on this SD card and it's about to die, so I'm gonna cut you guys off and start setting up my transducer. We're gonna go out in the water tomorrow. I'll probably post some of that footage at the end of this video. Some slots if you wanted to hook it to the bottom of the trolling motor. I'm not gonna do that. But that's what those are for. Some wires, mounting brackets, books. Usually I'll have this higher. Get up there. Here. See that pretty good. I don't want to trip over it. Don't want it. I guess right there. See that. Never stand up there in the front. Just right here. Anywhere up there would be good. Even right here. I never stand up there. Close as I can. It's about here. What do you guys think? it don't matter because it's going to be sitting like this anyway until I get a grommet on there. She ain't going nowhere. These are pressure fit, so no more putting them in and having to turn them and lock them. There's a gasket on here, looks like it could be changed too. That keeps this watertight. And you kind of got to force it in there a bit. And we have it. Push that down, squeeze that. And all I need is another mount like this to mount in the back, so whenever I'm running the swamp runner, I can she ain't going nowhere. Go. Now, let's get some of these. I already installed this 3 amp fuse on here last night. But since we are hooking it up to this battery, let's go and put this like this for now. Let's pull those off. Make sure I got the right ones. Looks like it. Snap on there. This way. Perfect. So now, let's see. Positive needs to go here to the fuse. And the negative, I'm going to need to add some wire. Maybe not. Probably just put this connector on there. Like so. Yeah. My Kleins. Shot of this. Looks good. Let's do one more. This one's a little easier, get this thicker. First. You know, I just bought this battery. Let me test the voltage on it real quick. Got something on there. Let's see. Still gonna need a couple of these for the back. 12.33. It's good to me. Right. hope it's positive. Takes a second for that to load. Down there somewhere. Good. Ooh, this stuff stank, boy. Wish it wasn't red. It is what it is. I mean, I don't care. It's gonna be in the water anyway, right? I don't care. I'll set that there. That started. There. Good, straight on. I just gotta get tightened too. Yeah, I guess I gotta get it like this. This has to be up just a pinch. Most accurate reading. Just a hair more. Y'all, my battery's about to die. It might die on y'all. I don't know. Let's see. Oh, that's gonna be messy. I don't care though. That's good. That's good right there. How we looking on time? Oh, it's still dubbing. Alright, sorry about that. My SD card ran out of space and shut my camera off, but basically I installed the transducer on the back of the boat. You know, it's always scary drilling holes in your boat, period, but it is what it is. You gotta do what you gotta do. We did take the boat out the next day. We didn't have any leaking problems or anything like that. Basically ran the transducer wire down the side of my boat, right through a rib on the side of my boat, goes underneath my casting deck, comes up through the top, and plugs right into the fish finder. If you guys like this video, don't forget to smash that like button. Subscribe if you're not subscribed already, and don't forget to click on that bell icon next to the subscription button, because I want you guys to be notified about the new content I got coming out. We got a lot of stuff in store for this year, freshwater and saltwater fishing and boating and all kinds of good stuff. And I want you guys to be informed, so stay tuned. Got a lot coming.